Why do guys get mad when you reject them? Let me answer that for you.
Rest all day, every day, I be telling niggas waste like, whoa. Looking at my life like, whoa. Looking like a pinning, oh. I'm in my soul, and I am not letting go. I'm saving my king in my own. I'm in love with him.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Claudine Louise. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today is a question and answer video. And so I posted on Snapchat, I asked the question, I said, hey, does anyone have any questions? And honestly, the questions that came from women, and they're all about relationships. So here we go. How do you get a guy to notice you in a good way? You see, I really like this question. I like how she worded it. She said in a good way. Because, listen, y'all ready for this? Tweet this, status, whatever you have to do. Okay, all because a man is giving you attention doesn't mean it's good intentions. You see what I'm saying? All because a man is giving you attention doesn't mean he actually wants to be with you. You have to figure out, okay, is he just trying to sleep with me? Or does he genuinely want to get to know me? So, to repeat the question, how do you get a guy to notice you in a good way? Well, first of all, be yourself. I mean, I'm just going to be blunt. Be yourself. You don't want to be fake. Because think of this. You're fake. He starts to like you, but you're not the real you. You guys start dating. 6 months down the line, your true colors start to come out. And he's not really feeling it. He breaks up with you, and then you mad, you're sad, you're crying in your room. Why are you crying? You were fake from the jump. You should have been real from the jump. That's why it's very important that you be yourself so that you and the other person knows if you guys are compatible. And second thing, alright, men, some people aren't going to like this response, but I'm gonna have to keep it real, okay? Men are visual, okay? Now, I'm not saying that you have to dress up every single day, but I'm just gonna assume that maybe this dude is at your school or something. Maybe you have a class with him. How are you dressing like? Do you brush your teeth? Do you have good hygiene? Little things like that. Like, they're visual. How do you present yourself? When he approaches you, it's because he found you attractive. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important to see if you take care of yourself, because the way that a man thinks is like, okay, if she can take care of herself in that way, then she'll be able to take care of herself in other areas in her life. Good hygiene, stuff like that. Your clothes, how you dress and like. But again, I'm not saying that you have to dress up every single day. But appearance, it does matter. So overall, be yourself. Okay, that's very, very important. And also, keep it classy and not trashy with the way that you dress, the way that you act, because a real man is going to appreciate that. Alright, so the second question is, what should you do if a guy isn't interested in you? Girl, you keep it moving. You keep it moving. If he isn't interested in you, you keep it moving. There's other fish in the sea. And most importantly, the man that God has for you is for you. He's going to be interested in you. You don't have to stress about it. So don't stress yourself, because look at this question. What should you do? You shouldn't do anything if he's not interested in you. That's it. Alright, so third question. How do you get over a crush? Alright, so keep yourself busy. I don't know if you have any hobbies. Keep on doing your thing. If you have him on social media, don't stalk him on social media, okay? Don't see, what he's posting or who's clicking like on his pics, who's commenting, because that's just, you're not going to get over him if you keep on doing stuff like that. And what else? Pray about it. That's like the most important thing to do. You have to pray about it. You have to ask God to really help you, give you courage, honestly, so that you can get over him. Ask him to remove him from your mind. And he will do that for you. He really will break that chain for you. Alright, so question number 4. Why are these men so Why are these men so trifling? Okay, listen. The men that you came across are trifling. You can't generalize all men. Not all men are trifling. Because here's the thing. You're going to become bitter if you have that kind of mindset. Because you said, why are these men so trifling? You didn't say, why are some men trifling? You know what I mean? There are some men who are trifling. There are some women who are trifling. But you can't say that all men are trifling. Because here's what's going to happen. You're going to come across a guy. He's not trifling. And he's the one that God has for you. But because you're so bitter, you could block a blessing. Because you have your mind so clogged up that you can't even recognize the man that God has for you. Because you're too bitter. You need to seriously ask God, like on some real stuff, ask God to break that chain of bitterness. Ask Jesus to break that chain of bitterness, because you don't want to be that girl that's just bitter and just overthinking things. And you could come across a good man and you can't even recognize a good man when you have one. You won't be able to appreciate him. And the same thing goes for men too. The same thing. You're so caught up with what happened in the past, and a good woman comes around and you can't even recognize her because you're bitter. Question number 5. Why do guys get so mad when you reject them? Okay. This question right here, this might be a long answer. Alright. Men, they are hunters. They chase. They pursue. That's part of their nature. That's how God created them. Alright? That's number 1. Okay. You don't know how many women he tried to pursue that week. And they all said no. Like, well, no. And just rejected him. So it can be very frustrating for him because he could feel like he's not accomplishing anything. It messes up his pride. It's like with women, you don't mess with our beauty. With men, you don't mess with their pride. So that's why he got so mad when you rejected him. And especially the way that you rejected him. Were you rude? Were you just like some women, they just be mad rude with it. Like, you could just nicely say, no, I'm not interested. And I have to admit, some men don't get the picture and stuff like that, and that's true. But to answer your question, why do they get so mad? It's because they're trying to accomplish something. They are hunters. That's how God made them. They're trying to find someone. I mean, sometimes it's good intentions, sometimes it's bad intentions, but the point is, that's why he got so mad. They hunt. But a lot of men need to understand that you don't know how many men try to approach us. It can get really annoying because what makes you stand out? You acting just like the rest of them. How I know you ain't dusty just like the rest of them? It can be annoying because what makes you stand out? And so that's why some women get upset and they got an attitude when they reject you, because maybe you're coming off just like the other man that approached her 10 minutes ago. So hopefully I answered that question clear enough. Hopefully I didn't offend anyone. But I think it's important that men and women, we just meet each other halfway and try to understand each other's nature, basically. Alright, so last question. People who keep posting their relationship on social media. Alright, first of all, not everybody on your social media, not everybody on your friends list is your friend. Not everybody on your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter, your Snapchat really want the best for you. It could be, some people could be the enemy in disguise. You have to understand that. Now, I'm not saying to never post your relationship. I'm not saying to never broadcast it. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is this. Pray in the private before you present your relationship to the public. You know what I'm saying? You really need to do that, because when you present yourself to the public like that, I mean, not everybody on there really wants the best for you. It's real life. I'm not saying to be paranoid, but the Bible says to pray without ceasing. That's what it says. And it says that the enemy is always working. The enemy does not sleep. The enemy does not like beautiful things. The devil is a liar. He does not like beautiful things. So it's very important that if you're thinking about maybe posting you and your man or you and your girl online or something, make sure that, y'all, you pray about it, before you just present yourself to the public. So that's all for today. I hope I did not offend anyone. Those are not my intentions. If you have any questions, if you need some clarification on any of my answers or even the questions, please hit me up. I'll have my social media and my email at the end in the credits. All right, so next week, we're going to have a wardrobe stylist come through, okay? We're going to talk about how to be classy but not trashy, because that's very, very important. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys next week, and don't forget to subscribe.
Jesus, yeah. Shots to the devil, God on my side, I don't feel no weep. Even when I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I know I don't need to worry, I just call